All right, welcome to another episode of Real Estate vs. Technology. I'm your host, Norman Kinsey. We no co-host today. We're going to do it solo today, but we have a really special guest for the show today here on Real Estate vs. Technology. We have Shelton.
Welcome to Real Estate vs. Technology, where you'll get the inside scoop from top producing real estate professionals all around the country, best practices, techniques, and learn about what technology they're using to drive to ensure their success in this world we call real estate.
Shelton on the show. Welcome, Shelton, to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Of course. And we brought actually one of her teammates. This is going to be the person who's in charge of her PR. We have also Jessica. Welcome, Jessica, to the show as well.
Hi.
Awesome. So Real Estate vs. Technology is all about your business and technology you're using to grow your business so we could share it with our listeners and viewers so they can take some tips and some suggestions that can apply it to their real estate business. So getting into the show, we want to learn a little bit more about you. So tell us about why you got into business, how long you've been, and what areas you serve.
Okay, so thank you for having me on. This was so great. Thank you for being patient with me too.
No worries.
We're here now. We're doing it. So who knew that the pandemic was going to be the busiest time in real estate ever?
Who knew?
And grateful. And so I actually just celebrated this week was my 5 years since I got my license. So that was
Congrats.
great. Yes, I know. Thank you. I love it. I have a real passion for it and a real drive. And where I was before is, and why I got into it is I've always been an entrepreneur. I used to be a fashion stylist. I ran a clothing store for years. It was like a buyer. It was very, very high end. Then moved out here to LA, started a luxury lifestyle management company. I just kind of made up a company. Kind of like you said, you had a concierge business. It was kind of like that.
Why not?
Shop and style, a planned wedding, did all these things. Then I had a clothing line called The Shimmy, and I was on Shark Tank. We just talked about that.
Yeah.
And that was coming up on 8 years ago. And then after that, I just decided, slinging slips and styling people, that was just, what could I do that would be similar, but just would be a better business for me. And then I came up with real estate, and that's when I just decided just to move into it and just to go full force, like 100% in, and to really treat it like a business.
Wow.
Versus it being, just you sell something, you take a vacation, you relax, and I just, I really treated it like a business. So that's kind of the other thing I would say is that was similar with the styling part of my business was it's almost like super intimate. So I'd be in people's homes and their closets, dressing them, seeing them naked. And now I'm helping people in their homes, looking at their money, super intimate. It's still a very similar business. So I feel like I have 25 years of training in it. So we were, So anyway, I love it.
That's awesome how you took what you've done in the past and then it was kind of relevant or relative to what you're doing now, which is really cool. And it sounds like you've gotten more focused and it sounds like you're probably having more success now than ever before.
Much more. So I knew that it could be that way. I had the vision and I just, pushed through. And I would say, I think my biggest strength is knowing my weaknesses. So I know that I need a lot of help. So I've got Jessica, Hollis, Laura, Mallory. And then I have the 3 amazing people on the team as well. And so I just know when I'm not great at something, then I need help. So get them on board.
That's awesome. Great for our listeners and viewers to take note on that. Like, hey, if you're not good at something, it's fine. It's okay. Just delegate. Have someone else come in that can help you with that. That's awesome. So 5 years in the business now. I'm sure your business has been growing. You have a team. What does your production volume look like the past 12 months?
Okay, so last year was my 3rd full year in real estate, and we had the team had grown to 3 by the middle of the year.
Nice.
We ended up closing $41 million last year.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, for the 3rd year. So this year's our 4th year, and we're looking at around 60, a little bit plus, maybe could be more, something like that. So
nice.
That's where we are right now. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
yeah. So for our 4th year, so I feel really great about that and strong about that, and I feel like it's just gonna be able to keep growing.
Congratulations, that's huge. So getting into a little bit more of the technology side, give me some context. What are you doing to grow your business using technology to attract clients?
Okay, so this is great. But by the way, I'm based in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
So that, that's where we're based, and our tagline too is we go where our clients need us. So we don't just stick in one neighborhood, we kind of go around, because, when you start out first, you have a lot of buyers and you kind of need to go where they go. And now a lot of the buyers are our sellers now, and so I would say we have almost 50-50 listings and buyers now. And so, and that's been great. But I'm going to tell you 100 million% that the reason the business is where it is today is because of social media.
Wow.
And because so tech, would you call that tech? That's what
Definitely.
the World Wide Web, the internet. So that's what it's from. And, I really, I got my license in my 2nd trimester with my 2nd baby. And I just went and did the test, and got the license, and, closed my first deal, was in the hospital. I mean, it was crazy. Took the 8-day-old baby with the 2-year-old to the walkthrough. I'm very committed. And so, but when I was home with the 2-year-old and then with the baby, I had help, of course, too. And my husband is so helpful. Thank God too. But I was on Instagram, and I even read Frederick for $1 Million Listings book.
Yeah.
He was saying how, make sure you're integrating your personal life with your work life and putting it all in one. Don't have 2 separate, Instagram.
Yeah.
And so I really started doing that. And then I started posting a lot of inspiration. I started posting other, listings that I like, giving everybody credit, obviously. But then I was out and about. I would go to Caravan. I'd be looking at other listings saying, what do you guys think of this, that? And it just really started growing from there. And it was just, the main thing was that I had to overcome being a mom and having a new baby, with people going, oh, she's too busy, I don't want to bother her. And had to overcome how am I going to get the word out without a big budget? I didn't start with the big budget. My husband wasn't like, here's some money to start your business. It was nothing. It was nothing. He was like, oh God, she's getting into real estate. Might as well just start acting, at 37, like this is the competition is crazy. I mean, he's very supportive, but in the beginning you're like, oh God, really? There's a realtor in every corner, So I had to stand out, and I had to stay consistent with the posting, so they would see oh my God, she's still doing it. She's not going to change and be a stylist again. She's not going to change her mind, going to wishy-washy back and forth. I think that's a big thing for realtors to know, that if you're going to stay in this business, this is your job. It is 100% in. It's not like a part-time thing if you want to have success. That for me.
I love that. Very inspirational. I love that. And what are some give us some some practical techniques that our listeners and viewers could use, whether it's posting cadence, email marketing, what are some practical things that our listeners and viewers can take from your marketing and the technology you're using? So
the other thing I like to tell, and where I really think everything took off, is in January 2017, I put myself out there, and I made a commitment, and I put myself on a little video with a little ring, a Diva light that you can buy for $200 on Amazon that I have right now. Okay, I'm sure you have 2 right there. Exactly. And there's one that you can buy, and it'll hold your phone in the middle of the circle in the donut. And I embarrassingly turned it on myself, and I said, hi, friends. I'm starting a new series called Wilder Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I'm going to be coming to you with a new topic about real estate, blah, blah, blah. And I said it to the audience. So I had to do it because I like to do what I say. And now I've been doing a Wilder Wednesday video for almost 4 years, every single week. Now they're amazing. I have Grant, I had Abby, then Jordy, now Grant. Like I've had like a lot, you know, the photographers that have been all amazing and helped me so much. The reason the other two aren't working for me is because they moved away. But
Okay.
you know, anyway, so and I have this production and all of this now, but it wasn't like that. People don't even care. Turn on your camera
Mm-hmm.
and film yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You are selling you.
Yeah.
You're a marketing guy. You know it. People want to work with who they like, and they have to know your personality. If your grid is just house, 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 who's connected to
So
that?
true.
Who are you? What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
are you a person? You know, so that's been huge. And like, you know, my kids are in there. I have a 4 and a 6-year-old now. You know, like they're amazing. They're part of my business. My husband's a part of my business. You know, we're all. It's very real life. So that's my practical thing. Get on video. Get yourself on camera.
Love it. They said a little stat. They said 90% of consumers will buy a home because of video in 2020. After COVID, I think it's 100. I mean, my wife and I bought our house sight unseen on video.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we always tell at Liftoff, we tell our clients, get on video, be transparent. People will build the know, like, and trust factor. It stays online. You could be sleeping. You could be with your family. They see the video, and then boom, you get a phone call.
Totally. And make them, this is what I want to say too, make them fun. We have been changing our stuff up. Like yesterday, we just filmed with this amazing house that we have coming out. He has these 2 huge black labs that are brothers. They're 100 pounds each, Atticus and Moose. I'm like, they're in the video, man. They're giving the tour of the house. Nobody cares what I say. They want to see what the dogs are doing. I make my little 4-year-old, he was in the video, like taking the book, walking around the house. It was like a Where's Waldo? Like, where's my son? Like,
yeah.
You know, make them fun. Oh my God, Jen, who's on the team, she is incredibly, isn't she just so creative? She's incredible. Anyway, she came up with I Dream of Jeannie, and then it's Jenny. And then so she's going like this, and it's like, oh, I'm dreaming of like Viking appliances, and it's like, ding, I'm dreaming of a fireplace. You know, just like we were trying to make things way more creative.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you have to, right? I mean, it's getting saturated. There's a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of the day and the age of taking a photo and doing a slideshow is done.
Oh,
the day and the age of just doing a video walkthrough tour is done. Like, you need to now add some, like, where's the meat and potatoes here? Like, give them some context, give them something to look at and to enjoy. And I love that Genie idea. That's really cool for our listeners.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was her, it's Jen's idea. She's a genius. And, you know, and then, oh my God. And then we did one with the team, Golden Girls. So the Golden Girls house sold. It was not my listing. So I called a listing agent. And then the team all dressed up as the Golden Girl, like legit, the wigs, the outfits, like we were like doing the thing in character, full on in front of the house. We obviously got everybody's permission, but it was just, you know what I mean? Just to try to like, so all of us that look all glammed up, we all had like these wigs.
That is so freaking cool. And that's great for, hey, even a newer agent who may be listening or watching, you can go in and utilize some of these listings. Like, they might not be yours, but you could utilize it. Feature listing of the week. The Golden Girls, like, because of the house and the context of that. I mean, that's huge. And you never know how it can go viral. People on TikTok are just blowing up because the algorithms, you know, you get first to market or first to the platform and you stay consistent. Like,
the consistency. I mean, how many times do we have to say it, Norm? Like, the consistency. That I know you tell your clients, that's what you tell your clients. I mean, it's everything. And I think what you know, Jessica's on here with me. We actually just started together like 2 weeks ago. We're so excited.
Oh, wow. Welcome, congrats.
I know, I just threw her in the lines and like ready to go.
Come into this podcast. It's all good.
We're just go. And but trying to work with the grid, but not just that, but like get a schedule for your posts. So like Monday is Motivational Mama. Tuesday is a post about what we're talking about. Wednesday about like one of our listings or a closing. Wednesday is Wilder Wednesday. Thursday is inspirational posts, like something like people love inspo posts, like a beautiful bathtub or a beautiful outside of a home, or like amazing living. People love beans, you know, like things like that. So it shows your style of like what you like.
Yeah.
You know, like an inspo. And then Friday is usually something about the team. And then on the weekend, it could be about our family. So, and then also peppered in there can be like, if we have new listing videos. But that's what I'm saying. Try to get like a plan that you feel good about and stick to. And I think that's really helped us. So Jessica's like, okay, well, today is about this, or, you know, the week before we'll say, you know, we have it planned.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely put together a plan. That's huge. And if you have that plan, you have additional listings, hey, you could do 1 or 2 additional posts that day, right? I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You know?
That happens all the time. We're like, oh, we got a new, you know, just sold or whatever. So we'll just pop that in there and have an additional post for the day. So
exactly. Yeah. It's like, there's not like, put together a calendar, but you know, like, oh, I can only do 1 a day. Like you can do up to like, I've done 3 a day, you know, and then you really start to get a bigger reach. So, wow. So now we know where you're at, how long you've been in so far. What is your next 5-year goal?
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a big one. One more thing I forgot to say.
Okay.
Definitely, I think it's important when you're branding yourself, have the logo and all this stuff. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing in my course that we're doing, but also take professional photos of yourself. I think that's important to really have some really great branding professional photos too. So that's the investment that you make there. I think that's important. Okay. So the next 5 years, let's see. So I think it's definitely to grow the team.
Okay.
You know, I love it. I would love to be in more areas as well, like in San Diego, Santa Barbara. We sold in Santa Barbara, but like really, you know, grow in those areas, and even maybe the rest of California. I could see that happening, even other states. So, you know, look what we've done in 5 years. So, you know, it can be exponential, definitely. I mean, especially with everything being online, like you said, and videos, and we have like our, you know, structure of how we do things. That's kind of my big thing. I think would be for the future is the team and growing that way. And, you know, I'm excited that we have the course coming out because I really like to give back and like show people how I've done what we've done. And, you know, I feel like a short amount of time. Yeah. And to be able to break into a really, really competitive market in Los Angeles, the one that my husband's like, oh God, what is she doing? So, you know, we have some tips for that. And, you know, we had something come up before with the show, and it ended up being where the price points were too high for the network that they had picked us up on. But I feel like there could be something where it could, for the future. So I don't know.
Okay. Awesome.
That could be cool.
Fantastic. So before we wrap up the show, we have a couple last questions for you. So for an agent who's just getting into the business, just getting licensed, what would be that golden nugget, that one golden nugget of advice you would give a new agent?
The golden nugget of advice that I would give for a new agent would be to believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. Put on your earmuffs. Definitely don't listen to your family. That's the worst people to listen to. Or if you have siblings like mine, we're like survival of the fittest. Put your earmuffs on and believe in yourself. And my little slogan is positron. And it was like, that's what I always say, like positron. We're just going to keep moving forward, you know, and just really, believe in yourself and just keep moving forward. Just keep going. That's what I would say.
I love that. Awesome. Fantastic. That's a really good tip for our listeners. So any books, past 5 years, been in the business, and even before you got into this business, any books that you've read that you could share with our viewers and listeners?
Well, I'm telling you, the book that I did read, because now mostly the books that I read are for fun, but I really did read Frederick's book, The Sell. And I actually did his first listing that we had in California was with Frederick. I brought him on to that listing. So it's funny how things work out. You know, you can manifest anything that you want. And he's amazing. His assistant is one of my close friends. They're a great team. And
wow.
so I really like that book, The Sell. It was, I think it did come out like 5 years ago or so, but I haven't really read that much more books
No worries.
You know, I listen to a lot of different things, but I would say that's a really good for real estate.
Okay, awesome, fantastic. So we're at the part of the show now where we want to let the floor be open to you, and whether it's a project that you're working on, whatever the case may be, what would you like our listeners and viewers to hear from you to end out the show?
Okay, so I guess what I would like to share is that feels like a really big step. My coach, and she was actually my first broker, Laura, she and I have put together, and the rest of the team helped so much too, a course about, it's the Wilder Ways of Real Estate.
Okay.
And my name's Shelton Wilder. So it's just, but it is, besides being my name, it is the Wilder side, like, you know, right? Yeah. You just bought and sold a house. Like there's wild things out there in the wilderness of real estate. So the Wilder Ways of Real Estate, and it's really kind of a 6-week course that we're doing, and it's, you know, really to help you with branding, with marketing, with getting your name out there. And there's a lot of homework involved, and it's very interactive. It's not like buying a book and then you just, you know, it's 6 weeks and we're interactive together, and then it's going to be where we share in our network and everything. So I'm excited about that.
Wow.
So that's really fun. And then, you know, we just had our new website launch. You have it up there in the background, which is super fun, sheltonwilder.com.
Love it.
So that's been really great. And I guess just those are the main things. They're you know, going on. I'm happy to, you know, be with our team and just keep growing, and also, you know, we just have, I'm just excited. We have such incredible clients. So nothing would happen without our clients. And, you know, and I guess the last thing that I'll say is, I was talking with one of my friends that's in real estate here, one of the agents that I have a girl crush on. We're friends and we share things all the time. I'm a very collaborative agent. I think that's super important for people to hear too.
Yes.
Be friends with the agents. I send closing gifts to every agent that I close a deal with. That's huge. What people are like, oh my, what? I didn't even know, you know. So I think that's been a big part. But the last thing I'll say is about like digital and social media and why we're on here together, and why I think you reached out, is that, you know, we were joking and people are just like, I'm so scared of social media. It's so difficult, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, yeah, I tell people, do you like money? Do you like money? Like, and I laughed so hard. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to tell people that too. Like, I don't know. Do you like money? Because most of my clients are now coming from Instagram, from a DM, from people that I met a while ago. They're like, I've been following you. I really, you know, like your vibe. And then like, you know, send a message on a DM. We meet at a showing. You know what? I really like your vibe. I really want to work with you. And then they're on my DMs. Like, and so I know you offer services too, with like, you're helping with all the social media and and if you're having a hard time, hire somebody.
Yes.
Hire somebody. That's always my plug. It's like, get help.
I love
it. There's no shame. You don't have to do everything, you know, like Mallory's here, Jessica's here. Like we had, like Laura did help me with the course. I could never come up with making a course myself. I'm selling real estate.
Exactly. I love that. I like to look at it like there's two equations. There's equation A, you're going to invest the time because you don't have the money to invest. You're going to learn, you're going to implement, you're going to put together a process, and then you're going to have that success where then you have the money, and then you can save the time because you can invest that money into a team that can help you with the process.
Yes.
So that's awesome. I love that. We have more special guests coming in here. I'm like, hey, who's this person?
I know. I'm like, Mallory, I think we need to mute. Anyway, you wanted to come hear what we were doing. So
I love it. No worries. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it. And we love all the tips and ideas and things for our listeners to do. Same thing with Jessica. Thank you so much for also being a part of this. And best of luck with the team.
Yeah.
And thank you
so much.
Of course. And thank you to our listeners and viewers. And it's our goal for you to take something from today's episode, apply it to your business to have more massive success. And we'll See you on the next one.
Hope you found value. If you liked the episode, give it a thumbs up. Comment below with what you learned. And if you go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll be notified for new podcast episodes coming out. Now, I want to go ahead and show you, if you see here on your screen, you can click join our Facebook group page, and you can go ahead and be a member of our community page. We love to be able to share what type of technology you're using on this page. And also, if you want to go ahead and do some networking all across the country, you can go ahead and network on this Facebook group page. If you're a real estate professional, focus on a specific niche, whether it's a buyer, specific type, seller, specific type, or a specific area, we would love to hear your story and how are you growing and scaling your business using technology to focus on that demographic. And if you're a technology owner, have a technology you want to share, and you want to be featured on Real Estate vs. Technology, the podcast, all you have to go ahead and do is send us an email at reversetechtalk@gmail.com, and we'll see you on the next one.